To create an account for Cengage, you will click in Blackboard on the coursework link that's over on the left-hand side. Then you will click on the CSIS 115 link. That should bring you to a Cengage site that looks something like this, where you will click the Sign In button up here on the top left-hand corner. If it doesn't bring you to that screen, it will bring you to this screen, where you will click Create Account. That is underneath where others will sign in that already have their login information. So we'll click Create Account. You will be a student, and we will put our email address in. Then we will have to fill out the information that it's asking for, first and last name, and then you will have to type in here, metropolitan community, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you will see that it comes up with Metropolitan Community College, Kansas City. You will then decide if you want to receive important Cengage updates and information. You can click that if you want to. You can leave that off. You will have to choose the box where you agree to the terms of use and privacy policy, which you can read if you click this link. Go ahead and click the Next button. Now it's asking you to check your email, and so here's my information from Yahoo, and I will just have to click Activate Cengage Account, and when I do that, I will have to put in a password for my Cengage account. And then repeat that. To set my password. And then we should go right back to the Cengage website. Go ahead and if you do the try for free, I'll just show you this, what it'll look like. You do need to click the 4-month access for the $119.99. And you will have to put credit card information. If you want to start the free trial, you can do that. If you just want to buy it now, you have that option here. So I'm just going to do the start free trial so you can see what that will look like. Again, you're going to have to include your credit card information, your address, and all of that information. Since I'm not going to put credit card information in here because I don't want to have to remember to not have it or to take it out after 7 days, but you will put all that information in there, and then you'll be able to start your trial. Now I'm going to go back a screen and just show you. If you do the buy now, it's going to look very similar. Your only option here is that you're going to do complete purchase instead of start the trial. Now, once you do the complete purchase, you will receive an email from Cengage, and in that email you will receive the access code that you need to verify that you have paid for the product. In our discussion board, someone has posted where they found that on either the email that they got from the textbook, from the bookstore, and if you go through Cengage like this and purchase it this way, then you will get an email with the access code in it as well. Okay, so let me go back to our Blackboard account. So when we're in our Blackboard screen, now that you're registered, you will click, if you're not in coursework, you'll of course click on the coursework link and then click on the CSIS 115. What you will need to do is, once you have your access code, you will need to click up here where it says enter access code, and then you will just type in your access code here, and I think it's like a 16-digit or a 16-character access code. It'll be like in sets of four sets of 4 characters. So you can put that in here. You don't need to have a course key or a course link. You just need the access code. So once you have that put in, then you will see our textbook show up here that we'll be using for the class. So you'll have your menu over here on the left-hand side, and if you remember where that rectangle was with the plus sign in it, well, that's what all of these books are, because I've taught this for enough semesters that I have all kinds of stuff in here. What yours will look like, though, is for the online course, it will have this 115 and then our course number, the 11534, and I'll say online. If you're in a Tuesday night class, then you'll see for the spring semester the 11082 for Tuesday night. You will not see all the rest of those. Those are the only, that would be the only thing that you saw. So you will then be able to click on your textbook. So this is where, when you click over here in Blackboard, when you click on this link, this is actually where it will bring you to once you have your access code and everything put in like you're supposed to. So what we are looking at here is what is called the outline view. So up here on the top corner, the right-hand corner, you'll see the outline view, and next to it you'll see a calendar, which is called the scrolling week view. I learned how to use this with the outline view, so that's just kind of how I do it. So when you're in the outline view, you will click on the main topic. You will see that we have Getting Started, Resources, and we have Getting Started with File Management. So those are the two main things. In the Getting Started, you'll have the MindTap, which is a little bit of reading and a video to watch. Then in SAM, you'll see that you have a couple of readings, some videos, and this is just a PDF with some common mistakes, which I encourage you to read through. And then you'll have a Getting Started project here, which does not take very long to go through, but I encourage you to do it so you'll have kind of an idea of what that's going to be like to do your assignments. Then you'll do the Getting Started with File Management, which again is not very much to do there. So that's the first week's assignments in MindTap. So let me switch over from the outline view to the scrolling view, and you'll see that for week 1, this stuff is due on January 17th. Of course, the next week's will be due on January 24th. But what you'll see here is everything laid out. So you can do the introduction to MindTap. You'll click and you can read. You'll click here and you'll watch a video. So you would just click play to watch that video. Then you can click on the X. It takes you back to your scrolling view. This is a little bit of a reading, so you'll click on that. It'll open up the like table of contents for this, and you'll use your arrow here to go through and do the reading, and you will have to scroll down on some of these to do all the readings. Once you're done with the readings, you can click the X, come back, and go to the next thing on the list. Now, I know it looks like there's a lot of information there that you're supposed to do, but they are, they're fairly short and simple, and mostly videos just for you to watch. And then you'll see the file management stuff down at the bottom. So that is all that should be done for week 1. Then when you look at week 2, you'll see these are the computer concepts, trainings and quizzes that we'll be doing as you go through. If I go back to the outline view, you will notice that when I was in the scrolling view, that there's not any readings that go along with this. It's just training and quizzes shown here. So if I go back to the outline view, when I open up the module 4, you'll see that there's some reading of the objectives, and then you have some different things to read through. So it looks like it'll probably be easier if you guys want to use that scrolling outline view if I go ahead and make those set as having a due date, and that will put it over there for you. So if you like using that scrolling view, it'll always be there. So but go through and make sure that I make that change. Let me go back to the scrolling view here. You'll notice for the week 3, and if you click on the rest of those, that there's not anything listed there. That's because I put everything due at the end of the semester, and I'm going to go through and update those dates. So each week will have the information that you need to have, or the assignments that you need to have done each week. Hopefully this is helpful to you, and this will help you get registered if you have not gotten registered yet. And if that is the case, don't fear about week 1's assignments. What I will do is I will extend those times as needed for those of you that haven't got those completed yet, because we had some issues getting registered. So that is, I think, it for this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to email, call, or text.